Hey, what's going on, internet? I am back from the holidays. Sorry it's been so long, and I didn't record when I was in California. I kind of underestimated how busy / tired I was going to be during that time. And then when we got back from California, we went to go see Jenny's family, and also recovering from the time zone difference, so just really haven't had time to record. I mean, I've had time, just been tired. And also, there's a tournament coming up, which I've been preparing for. But now I'm just make a quick little video. We're gonna do the Gruul Aggro Landfall deck. Now, there's a certain YouTuber, who I talked to, who said he wasn't gonna do his yet, but then he went and did his. But I don't fault him for it, since, I told him a while ago I was going to do mine, but then, it took me forever to put it out. And his version's a little bit different from mine anyways. So I'll just show you mine real quick. 3 Scythe Leopards, 1 Akoum Stonewaker, 4 Makindi Sliderunners, 3 Undercity Trolls, 4 Snapping Gnarlids, 1 Slab Hammer, 4 Twin Bolt, 2 Swell of Growth, 1 Rolling Thunder, 3 Pilgrim's Eye, 1 Nissa, 2 Retreat to Valakut, 2 Exquisite Firecraft, hey, there's the person in question, 1 Akoum Firebird, 3 Grove Rumblers. We're going to play 25 lands. We have 5 mountains, 6 forests, so really with our 3 Scythe Leopards, we only have 6 ways to, get them into play on turn 1, but, what are you going to do? It's better. I had it 4 and 7, but I think we need the extra red. And it's not going to come up too often where you don't have an untapped. If you have a Scythe Leopard in hand, you should have a forest in hand, but if it comes up, whatever. It happens. 2 Cinder Glade, 2 Rootbound Crag, only 2 Blighted Gorge, all 4 Looming Spires, and all 4 Evolving Wilds. So I mean, say 25 lands in like a curve like that. We also got to remember, like, these 4 Evolving Wilds, the 3 Pilgrim's Eyes, and the Nissa are going to take lands out of your deck. So, you want a fair amount of lands to, to keep triggering landfall and whatnot. So, I mean, it's basically like it's not like a super aggro deck. It's kind of an explosive deck. Very weak to getting disrupted. Like, if they just kill your first 2 plays, it's going to be really hard to come back, which is why I have a Burn Suite in this deck with the 4 Twin Bolt, the Rolling Thunder, and the Firecraft. I mean, because these can double, like, Twin Bolts can do 2 to the face, but the way I look at Twin Bolt is also, clears a way for your guys if they aren't getting killed. Same with Firecraft and especially Rolling Thunder. Now, Slab Hammer has a little bit of a negative synergy with stuff like Rolling Thunder and flipping Nissa. And what else? That's really it. But it's generally good. It's generally decent as a one-of. You just gotta, change your game plan if you're gonna go to Slab Hammer route. Usually you're always going to want to return Looming Spires. And it also makes late game draws of Swell Growth better, because you return the land and you can just Swell Growth and then put it back on the battlefield. But I only play 2 Swells, not 4. I mean, because it's decent early, but I mean, if sometimes you just don't have a land to play. You're too busy, playing threats, and you don't want all 4 of these, because it's only +2/+2 if you don't have a land. But like I said, it works good with Slab Hammer in the late game, and if you draw one in the early game, it's pretty decent too. Usually, the dream is turn 1 Leopard, turn 2 Gnarlid or Sliderunner, then turn 3 like Evolving Wilds, fucking Swell something, put a fucking Looming Spires in the play, and crack the Wilds for 8 to 10 damage right there. And so yeah, I mean, we only run 1 of these guys because it's more of a turn 5 play. Like, you play him, then the land, and then you get your 3/1 red elemental with trample. Always make. So remember, it does have trample. Sometimes you can forget that. And what else? Retreat to Valakut is usually a turn 4 play. I mean, if you have nothing else to play on turn 3, obviously you're gonna play it. But like, if you have something to play turn 3, you're always gonna play that over Retreat to Valakut, unless you want to hold on to a Firecraft or something. As far as Nissa goes, you're not gonna play the waiting game, waiting till turn 7 or wait until you flip her. You just play her. And also, with the Swells, I mean, if you don't have a land you put into play, they're good with the Pilgrim's Eye. And also, with all 4 Looming Spires, it's okay to just use Nissa as an attacker. Just don't be overly protective of her. Just think of her as like the 4th Pilgrim's Eye, with a pretty considerable upside if she flips. But usually not wanting to get to the point where you can flip her, because that means shit's going horribly wrong. I mean, against other creature decks, this deck is decent, but if you're playing like against a hardcore control deck, or just getting your shit bounced all the time, or obviously against sweepers, it's not gonna go well. But it's a deck archetype. We're not a super try-hard here, only playing the tier 1 archetypes. We're just showing off decks, why we made the decisions that we did, and going from there. It's more just an exercise in theory and building than just I don't want to be a guy who fucking puts out 17 different ramp videos. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, that's great. So yeah, I mean, we have a Gruul Rambler, 3/3. It's +2/+2. When it hits landfall, he has trample. And the Akoum Firebird. I originally tinkered because I was running the Pilgrim's Eye. Like, I put in like a plains and a swamp and then 2 woodland wanderers in there. But you don't want too many 4-drops. I mean, your game plan's gonna be, you usually want to keep 3 land hands, which is why we're running to 25, even though we have all those fetches. So I mean, the dream is like, if you don't get a Scythe Leopard, you usually just want 3 lands and like at least 2 2-drops. So usually turn 2 you want to go 2-drop. Turn 3 you're probably gonna go a tap land or a fetch land into another 2-drop and then go from there. That's usually how the games play out. So you don't want to go too many 4-drops. You just kind of want to flood and just pray you don't have a Radiant Flames or Boiling Earth. Boiling Earth is actually pretty brutal. Languish, Planar Outburst, whatever. But it's a little archetype. We'll take it out. I haven't been playing at all, really. Like, other than testing for the upcoming tournament, which I'll get into in just a bit. So as you'll see, like, I am still at rank 8. I haven't played since I made the last video, as far as like on ladder. So we're gonna get out there. I know last season, I went all the way to 40. Recorded everything on my way to 40. This season, because we may get Oath of the Gatewatch expansion on time, which means maybe in 2 weeks, I'll probably be doing all my laddering, or a fair amount of laddering off camera this season, because I want that to read 40. Just because, I don't want it to read like 12 and the season ends and all of a sudden we're in Oath season. Now we also don't know if like those seasons are like based on the block, or I don't know how they're doing it, to be honest with you. I don't know if there's going to be an Oath season when it drops. I imagine there would be. So don't expect to see every game on the way to 40 this time, just because I've been slacking. So we'll see how this goes. Like you wonder why, like I say, like I'm preparing for this upcoming Xbox tournament, but I'm still rank 8. Like I don't like to test against like other people. Like I just like testing as hard AI. I mean, this is a pretty average hand. Like if this forest was a Scythe Leopard, it would be a dream, but it's not. So, but I mean, you can't really ask for too much more. Just depends on our draws. All right, so this is good. So we're gonna go Gnarlid, and then hopefully he doesn't kill it. We're gonna Spires it, and then we'll play Troll, and we'll go from there. Yeah. So I don't know what kind of Boros deck he is. Could Twin Bolt that, but I could save that. Let's just see if he wants to take 4. I mean, I'm gonna play this Troll. I mean, I want to get his nonsense out of the way. I don't want it to get aura'd up. Alright, so he'll take the 4. And we'll watch some damage effects. And we'll play a Troll. I mean, I could have alternatively just played a regular ass land. But, you know, something told me he wasn't going to block. I mean, I could be wrong. And save that Spires for the next turn. Yeah, well, it's unfortunate. Whoa. Okay, well, we're probably not going to swing at the Gnarlid this turn. Actually, I don't know. Let's see what happens, because I can still like post combat Gnarlid and Twin Bolt. I mean, he can double block. I don't know, I'm just gonna see what happens, because I want to leave up regen, because, you know, it doesn't cost me a card, even though I can't, like, you know, play something post combat. I mean, I obviously I need to get his idiots off the field. And this is also why I run Rolling Thunder, not just as a burn finisher to the face. So both triggers are probably going to go to the... Oh. Well, that was stupid. Alright, so I'm just going to save the Troll here. And then I'm going to represent Fiery Impulse. I don't know why he would do it like that. That was a complete and utter misplay on his part. So, I mean, he fogged 5 damage in exchange for my 3 mana. Alright, there's the call. But he's got to attack each turn if able. And that Call to Full Moon's actually just going to fall off next turn. Or I can just flat out kill it. Alright, so now here's the thing with Firecrafts, alright? Now you're like, shit, I should save this to go to the face. This is actually, if I save this to go for the face and don't hit the Vanguard with it, it's only 4 damage. Right now, this is actually worth 5 damage. 2 of his cards, plus renowning my fucking Undercity Troll. So, I mean, that's... I mean, to me, that's just a gimme. A fucking gimme right there. Just watching damage effects. I mean, I think he's playing 60, right? 53, 45. Yeah, he's playing 60. I'm just not going to put him on Radiant Flames. I mean, I'll still have a Troll. I mean, if he goes like 3rd color Radiant Flames, then good for him. But a fucking deck playing fucking Goblin Arsonist and all that. But he's done. Oh, there we go. We even draw the land for the extra 2 damage. So I mean that earlier attack where he fucked up with his Arsonist death triggers, like, you know, maybe I could have Twin Bolted something. Like I could have just skipped that attack phase. Which I could have taken down his his Vanguard and his Arsonist and lost nothing, but then wouldn't get to attack that turn. That might have been better, to be honest with you, but I don't know. Anyways, on to this. We have an Xbox Invitational Tournament sponsored by our favorite boy Akoum. He's putting up $50 in Xbox points, and also being co-sponsored by Covert Go Blue, who has a clothing website called hauntedflower.com, and he also writes a lot about duels. And by writes a lot, I mean he writes a fucking lot. Now, I'm going to go on record and say, like, I disagree with a lot of what he says. And this is between me and him, but I think his writing has gone a little bit downhill since he started. Like, just too much. Like, not enough. Just too many. How do I put this? Like, talking too much about, you know, this is the best. Like, you know, like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, just, you know, put a list out there, explain the choices, explain, you know, why you'd play this card or why you wouldn't. Like, I can't fucking stand, like, hearing, oh, this is the absolute best build. Like, he's, you know, he's advocating some, you know, either an Esper or Azorius list as the absolute best, you know, control build, and it runs 2 fucking Dispels. Like, give me a break. Like, I can't get behind that as the best. Like, what I could get behind is, like, you know, if you dedicate, you know, some of his article to why you would run why you would want to run 2 Dispels, win Counterspell Wars, you know, what relevant instance like you're looking to counter with Dispel. Like, I don't know. And I know I've read at least 3 times that, you know, he was in the first Pro Tour. Maybe I've read it like 80 times. I don't know. Like, just let the writing and your deck lists speak for themselves. Like, I don't need all these other qualifiers. But other than that, like, you know, he's great. He genuinely cares about the community, and he's also putting up $50 in Xbox points. So the 16-person invitational, the top prize, I don't even think it's just all or nothing. If you win, you get all $100 in Xbox points. But yeah, so his website's hauntedflower.com. Like, you know, I just gave him a bunch of criticism, but, you know, he's a good guy. He cares about the community, writes a lot. You can glean a lot from it. It's just don't take everything he says as gospel. I think he's leaning towards that, or some people are leaning towards that. Like, you know, what he says is golden, which always keep an open mind, man. Speaking of an open mind, we found that first game pretty quick, and now, like, I'm just waiting to back out. Oh, there we go. But it's an invitational, so, like, it's mostly for members. Like, we tried to get all, like, the Xbox One, because it's just Xbox One only. There's no cross-platform. I know you guys are like, Hearthstone does it. That's the fucking Battle.net does it, and Battle.net is not fucking true cross-platform. That's why you can't play fucking Diablo 3 on your Xbox One with other platforms. So get fucked, you people who keep bringing that shit up. What else? So yeah, so 16 people, 5 rounds of Swiss. I believe Akoum is streaming later on tonight. Here on the East Coast, it's Tuesday, 6:17 p.m., so this probably actually won't even be up till like close to 8 o'clock, so you may already be streaming at that time. But maybe you catch a VOD. I think he's going to do all the pairings on stream. And then tomorrow, I think all the deck lists will be posted on No Goblins Allowed. I fucking hate that site, but it'll be there. And then Friday, the games itself start. So it's one threat, a return to Valakut, and I don't even have mana for Firecraft. Like, I have to, like, get a lot of fortunate draws for this hand to do anything. And if it removes my Gnarlid, I just lose. So I'm gonna mulligan that. This is really terrible. I'm almost running out of time, so I'm gonna mulligan that. And I guess I'll keep this. I'm gonna lead with Glade, because at least it makes Rootbound Crag come in untapped, and also increases the likelihood that I draw an untapped land. If not, you know, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and play your wilds early. You gotta, is it Guildgate? Usually, oh, we got Teamer. Teamer Mirror. Privet Paula 2008. I wonder if I'm playing it's a 7-year-old. I never understand these numbers. Oh, there we go. See, there's the Rootbound Crag I alluded to. So I'm actually gonna play the Sliderunner. Okay, if I Sliderunner, it'd be 3-2 trample, and then 3-2, 4-3, 6-5. So it'll get through the mirror and not die. We're just gonna wait and see what he does. Okay, here's Nissa. So I'm probably just gonna get. Ah, see, he's rock, so he is streaming. So I'm gonna swing here. All right, so he's going to block. So yeah, I'm just gonna swell and hope this fucking resolves. I'm gonna swell first. Okay, put that in. And I'm just going to town, dude. I'm just gonna get another red. I'm gonna wait for that to resolve. Yeah, I mean, I already have 2 forests. So let's just load up on red. I mean, I'm gonna get another forest with Nissa here. I mean, I didn't play around disperse there, but I mean, I probably could have done that differently, like maybe like kind of, you know, roped him into, whoa, directing the thing at the mirror, but I don't think he would have, because then, you know, that happens after damage, so I just wanted to trample over for as much damage as possible. Alright, so I'm just going to get another mountain. So like I said, we're getting another forest with Nissa, and I don't need a shit ton of forests. So let's get all the mountains out of the deck. Let's bluff them. Put them to the test. Alright. We called our bluff. And the question is, do I play around fucking Burning Earth? Sure. Or the one that does 1 damage to everything. I mean, honestly, I'd rather play another Sliderunner there, but I think I'll live. And will he have a counterspell for Nissa? And he hasn't had any removal so far. I mean, he has a counterspell, he has a counterspell, I don't care. Now we'll play some forests. What can he flash in here? I think there's that new Eldrazi. I'm not gonna fucking play around that, dude. Even though he is, oh shit, he is a fat stack. Alright, so I'm gonna save this Sliderunner. Because now, you know, I have to get into the mode of how do I lose this game? And I lose to a top deck sweeper, obviously. Or, you know, land sweeper. Something crazy is what I lose to. So, do I attack with Nissa first and try and force through some damage? I mean, he hasn't shown me anything. Or do I just flip Nissa now and try and get an extra landfall trigger? I'm going to be conservative here. Because, you know, I could draw something. I could draw, you know, a combat trick. Or, you know, put another land into play. Like that. So, I mean, that ended up actually being way more damage. And obviously I'm going to put the bonus in the Pilgrim's Eye because that's like pretty much guaranteed to get through. And again, I'm going to hold on to this Sliderunner because, I mean, that's the only way I lose. Like, if he just has a random sweeper. Like playing the extra guy like doesn't do anything. Like it doesn't do anything for me. But yeah, he can't win this anymore. Or she. This 7-year-old privet Paula. All right, here's Flesh to Dust. Oh no. Okay, I always get nervous. Like I always zoom in like when they do something. I'm afraid the game's gonna glitch out. Speaking of glitching out, you know, last time. Okay, well, she left, so. Usually, like, you know, while Planeswalker's activating, they'll leave and the game will freeze. I was just going to swing since I had Lethal on board. We'll just do that. Now, a Troll I would play out because I could just hold up regen mana all day. So, I mean, yeah, we'll fucking play the land. We'll do the maximum. So that person's deck didn't really do anything, and this is why I always test against the hard AI, because of shit like this. Like the deck I'm using in the tournament, it's not this deck, obviously. Like, you know, what did I really learn about my deck from this game? What did I learn about Gruul aggro landfall from this game? That against an opponent that doesn't really do anything, like, yeah, it's good, but, you know, any, you know, decently built deck is going to be like that. Which is why, you know, I'm not too results oriented, because this isn't, you know, MTGO or like even FNM or Open or whatever. Like, I'd say about, you know, 85 to 90% of your opponents in this game are going to be beginners. So, like, I think who was I talking to? Mega Beast. I was talking to who he'll be in the tournament too. I don't know if he's actually going to do any content for it, but like, you know, he was like trying to make fun of me or get on my case for, you know, playing against a hard AI. And I was like, dude, I would rather just do 10 reps, you know, of an average weight, which is, you know, what you get when you play the hard AI, than, you know, 8 to 9 reps of a lightweight and then 1 to 2 reps of a heavyweight. Because that, you know, that's what ladder is. Like, every now and again you get someone good, but for the most part you just get bad people. And also, you know, you play against AI, I mean, you usually see the same deck over and over. I mean, the Corpse Hauler meta's over. Now it's the fucking infinite Gideon's Reproaches, infinite Royal Spouts, infinite Clutch of Currents. And, you know, they do play Razorfoot Griffin, but they usually, you know, a fair amount of time have a turn 4 Gideon, so you get to find out, hey, can my deck beat a turn 4 Gideon? And then, you know, Guardians Tazim, Myriad Shepherds, and whatnot. You know, so I think the C2 land, this is just a bunch of fucking grizzly bears. I gotta be disciplined and mulligan that. This is better. Every now and again, you have to bite the fucking bullet and just play one of your tap lands on turn 1 and not get the benefit from it. But yeah, you know, the AI does put you through. I mean, the AI plays counterspells now and actually uses them. And, you know, they play, you know, all the awakened spells too. So, I mean, you see a lot of different scenarios playing against the AI. Even though you also see a lot of the same cards. I played a Waste there, so the Evolving Wilds, because the Evolving Wilds actually represents more damage than the Wastes. Alright, we're gonna play against another creature deck? That'd be good. Did he mold a 6? Or, I don't know. Alright, so we have our Gnarlid. Question is, do I want to get Nissa out on curve? Now here's the disconnect between these two. Flipping Nissa and playing Slab Hammer. Alright, here's Serene Steward. I mean, no, okay, that's all. That answered that question for me right there. So I drew another 2-drop. I'll gladly play the Evolving Wilds. Let's see what he does here. Probably not gonna block. And then I'm gonna absolutely snap that off for a mountain. For an extra damage. And then follow up with an Undercity Troll. Obviously, if he plays some fucking weird aura, I leave myself open up to an aura, but what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? Now, I think my Slab Hammer is actually going to be... It's going to take a backseat. Ooh, that's a decent card. Backseat to Nissa flipping. Alright, so what can you do with this? Tap, gain choice, first strike, vigilance, or trample. Okay. That is fine. So I'm actually... Let's see, because I'll probably post-combat Slab Hammer. I just won't equip it. See how he blocks here. Or if he just takes it. Alright, I'll just I'll take the free card. I mean, there's no 1-mana combat tricks that I can think of. I mean, I don't get to play Slab Hammer pre-combat, but I also, you know, I didn't waste a card to get rid of a Serene Steward, and I also shrunk his Veteran War Leader. And unless he has another ally, I took all its fucking abilities off the table. Alright, he's leaving 5 mana open. Like, I'm not gonna get... I mean... Let's see, I can double Twin Bolt. I'm just worried about Hixus. Let's see. Alright, fuck it. I'll just double Twin Bolt Hixus if he plays it. Go ahead. Or Celestial Flare. Royal's Retribution. Holy fuckface. I wish I could see like what he assigned. Well, something's gonna die. I can't tell which. I wish it would tell me. Like, do I bother regenning that, or do I just Twin Bolt this away? Okay, that's fine. Well, that's a new one. Well, I'm not going to hold open Twin Bolts, and I don't have regen mana open anyways. But yeah, it's very infuriating that you can't tell, you know, where it's going. I'll flip Nissa next turn though. Or I mean, not this turn, but the turn after. So you're running out the clock on me? I wish it actually would have been a Hixus, because like I said, I could have just double Twin Bolted it. Actually, Hixus is a 4/4, right? Or is it 4/3? No, it's a 4/4. So I just would have double Twin Bolted. Oh, you're gonna be one of these guys, huh? What's your name? Rems 6400. Is that a... It's a lot of radiation, dude. 64,000 Rem. Okay, Suppression Bonds. I can get behind that. He's probably gonna wish he saved that for Nissa. Alright, so I'm actually gonna play the Wilds here, but I'm not gonna crack it. So if he tries to like kill Nissa in response to something, I have no way of getting rid of this enchantment. I should have just equipped the Slab Hammer just to represent that maybe I do. So use like some green-white control. Alright, let's leave a mountain open, please. Or, I mean, a forest. Get the forest. I mean, I don't think he can kill this Nissa at instant speed anyways. I'm actually just gonna make a 4/4. And I'll play a Sliderunner. It'll force out the planar outburst. Which, I mean, he thought long and hard, you know, before he suppression bond that troll. Oh, it's a Lantern Scout, not a planar outburst. Alright. Well, first let's check for a combat trick. No. Let's plus Nissa before we you know, dig for a land. There's one. Let's just do it on that thing. Sure. He might be done here. You could have Fiery Impulse. But it'd only be for 2, and I can crack my fetch in response. I think he does have an Impulse here, so maybe I'll hold off on that fetch. I mean, I don't really need to do it. Oops. Make sure I return the Looming Spires. I mean, that's lethal right there. I mean, if he impulses and I just crack the fetch in response. Yep. And that's the game. Get a mountain. Did not have 2 things. And you know, Rem 6400, he played that the best he could. I'll give him props. Like, he made me play around everything. I thought that dude did a good job. So, respect to that dude. Some people say I'm always salty and just always insulting people or whatnot. But you know, I'll be the first to say, you know, when someone played well or when someone played shitty, and that goes for me too. So anyways, yeah, let's get back to the Xbox tourney. That was 3 games with the Gruul Landfall-Aggro. I think you got a feel for it. Like, you know, a little bit different from Hakeem's version, who he leans, in my opinion, way too hard on this. You don't need 4 Swell growths, for one. I really do think you need a Pilgrim's Eyes, and I think he's playing like wild sizes, where, you know, the deck's weakness is if you just lose all your dudes. And, you know, if you don't have any dudes, wild size ain't doing anything. Plus, it's opening you up for 2 for 1. But if your dude's living, you're doing good anyways, right? They could usually, you know, rumble in combat pretty well. I happen to just, you know, just to go with more burn. But I'm going to go real quick and list off the participants in the Xbox One Invitational, sponsored by Hakeem, 928. It's a YouTube. Covert Go Blue, who runs a website, Haunted Flower. Again, he sells clothes. Buy some clothes if you're into that stuff. And he also has a Duels blog on there, which is, you know, very well written, even though I disagree with a lot of it. But, you know, that dude genuinely cares about the community. So, you know, I like him. I don't dislike him. I just, like I said, some of the stuff he writes about, I'm just like, no. So those 2 guys are going to be in a tournament. Tom John, you know, my cat Tom John, he might add to the prize pool. We got to have a chat with him after this video, see how much he wants to add to the prize pool. Probably not going to be 50 because, you know, he's a cat. You know, I don't think my cat has a $50 bill lying around, or a $50 in Xbox points. But, you know, we see what he can scrounge up. Let's see who's going to be in it. So I mean, really, the whole purpose of this tournament is all the people who currently already do Xbox One Duels content. is, you know, we're going to record all our games or stream it, depending on, you know, who you are. I'm not going to stream. I'm just going to record because, you know, I don't trust my internet to stream and record at the same time. So, you know, all my stuff's going to be on YouTube. I can't really speak for anything else. But Black Barney, he's in it. He's a NGA forum member. I doubt he's going to do any content, but, you know, maybe he'll surprise me. Covert Go Blue, he might stream. I don't think he has a YouTube channel. Danny Retardable, I don't think he has a YouTube channel. He might stream it. Diverse One, again, no YouTube channel, but he might stream. I mean, the good thing about the Xbox One Invitational, everyone has the capability to stream. Xbox Home? Go to Power Star Golf? What in the fuck? Stop listening. Oh, my Duels game just, it's the strangest thing ever. It's a good thing we're already done there. Ender 1313, again, maybe he'll stream. But yeah, Xbox One has built-in streaming, so I mean, if everyone has the option to, nobody's compelled to, but we encourage it. Hail to the King with a bunch of different spellings of the letters. Like, I don't know what that's all about. But I don't think he has a channel. Hakeem928, everyone knows Hakeem. I know Akoum because, you know, I was there with him when he first learned how to play this game, when I was berating him for playing like a 7-year-old child whose English was his 5th language, and he was playing Duels in English. But he's a good guy. Myself, we got a infamous Gemini, again, another one of those people with the lowercase capitals all in their name. I know that guy streams. I don't think he has a channel. Mackey79, Mackey 79. He actually does have a YouTube channel, just starting out. Seems like a pretty decent guy. I think he's from Belgium. So, I mean, you can check out his YouTube channel. So I'm sure he's going to do videos. We got Mega Beast, which I doubt he'll stream. We'll see if he mans up and streams, but something tells me he's going to be too much of a pussy to do it. Yes, I am calling you out in front of, you know, the tens/hundreds of people that watch my channel. So stream it. PP Squeeps, which is this guy's really fond of doing bad Michael Jackson karaoke by just saying, "You're bad, this card's bad, you're all bad." Yeah, he'll be in the tournament. He'll stream. Apparently he streams a lot, and he has all these Twitch viewers. Like, but what's a lot? 10? Sure, man. Steely Dano. No YouTube channel I know of. T-shirt. Weird spelling. No YouTube channel I know of. And Westain. No YouTube channel I know of. So those are the 16. Like I said, I think Hakeem is doing the pairings tonight on his stream. You may want to catch a VOD of that, since, you know, by the time you watch this video, the stream will probably be over. Then tomorrow on No Goblins Allowed forum, you should see all the deck lists. And then I think Friday the tournament actually starts, and, you know, I'll be trying to get my games in, you know, early. So hopefully whoever I'm paired against will be down to go on Friday. If not Saturday, whatever. But I'm going to be recording all my games. And so that's what we've got coming up for the channel. Again, like I said, we're not going to do the Road to 40 like all on video, because I just don't want to record all the time, man. And so yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the tournament. I'm looking forward to you know, all the questions people are invariably going to have about my deck and my deck choices, and my card choices. And we'll see what everyone else brings to the table. Should be cool. Should be fun. Hopefully, fun for all you guys watching, and, you know, build a little bit of community. Maybe inspire some more people to get on the bandwagon, and make some content for everyone. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you again on Friday or Saturday. Later, Internet.